Ho, 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 Merry Christmas!
We have a special treat. For the first time ever, we are live on the air with Santa himself from the North Pole. He's a very, very busy guy at this time of year, but he's graciously taken time out of his schedule to let us in on some of the things that are on his plate and some of the things he's doing in our neck of the woods in anticipation for the big day, December 25th. So Santa, it's a pleasure and a privilege to talk to you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here, and it's definitely a busy time of year. We're really looking forward to this Christmas and this run around the earth. So.
Tell us a little bit about some of the things you have going. We're about 12 days away now from Christmas.
Sure.
What are some of the planned appearances you're going to be making in our valley?
You bet. So we've got, obviously, the toy workshop is running full tilt right now, but I'm out visiting different people in the area right now. And some of the visits that we have, we've got some caroling events with some families that are in need this year. And a lot of the visits that I'm doing are focused on families that have children that are autistic or Down syndrome or have sensory input issues. And I specialize in those visits where I can go in and take the time necessary for this child to become acclimated and to become used to Santa, and give them the opportunity to have interactions with me that to have at a typical mall visit or at the grocery store, that kind of thing.
When people see you out and about in this area, what's in general the reception like?
Yeah, it's generally speaking, it's very good. Very merry area. Lots of people are very happy to see me. And the children, particularly, like I was saying, the autistic and the Down syndrome children, as is normal, at first they're a little standoffish, but then they realize that I'm pretty laid back and pretty easygoing. And I understand that, sometimes they don't want to look. Sometimes they, I understand to watch for those things. It's been very fun as I've gotten out into the community to see the way that mothers react as their children are having the opportunity to interact with Santa. And it's been a very enjoyable thing to see the community come around these families in need this year and really rally around them.
What are some of the particularly meaningful interactions you've had with kids this year?
Sure. So we've had quite a few really good ones. I was at the Shop with a Cop program last Saturday, and I was able to interact with those children. And there were a few of them that just really, they jumped up on my lap and they were so excited to see Santa and have the opportunity to talk with me and to tell me what they wished and what they wanted. I had one very meaningful visit where the children, there's a Down syndrome child and an autistic child, and both, they have major sensory input issues. And they remembered me from last year, and it was maybe 3 to 4 minutes after I walked in the house, before they were up on my lap, pulling on my beard, and they were just so excited to see me and to talk with me and to have those interactions.
With so many kids on your mind at this time of year, how do you find the motivation to keep doing this year after year?
Well, the children, their happiness and their joy is what motivates me. And seeing families lifted up and happy, and seeing the way that they get excited, and when Santa comes, it brings joy. And that is enough in and of itself for me. That is my reason for being out.
If people still do want to have a chance to talk to you in person prior to the big day, where can they see you?
Sure. I do have a couple of public visits. I don't do very many of those. I know that this Friday night or Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon, I will be at Brolam's in Rigby. Other than that, you can get me on Santa Live on Facebook, and we can have the opportunity to have a live video chat like you and I are. And if you'll message me, we can set up a time and we'll have the opportunity to talk a little bit and then have a live interaction with Santa where I'm able to talk with the children. This is also a very good option for the sensory input issues, because having Santa on a video camera is a lot different than having Santa in person. And it seems to put those children at ease very quickly. So.
And we will provide the link to talk to Santa below this video. Just kind of gauging the Christmas spirit in this area. You said people are just very merry this time of year. What can people do to increase the Christmas spirit, not only this year, but in years to come?
Well, a couple of things that I really like seeing are when families reach out to other families and other people in need. And when there is a need seen, people, when they can fill those needs, it really increases the Christmas spirit, increases that joy that is necessary at this time of year. This can be a hard time of year for a lot of people. And just a smile in the grocery store, a hug if that's appropriate, a kind word. And if you know somebody is shut in their home and they can't make it out, a visit is an absolutely wonderful thing. It can really lift people's spirits, and it can be children, it can be adults, it can be anybody. Anybody that's in need, if you know of a need, please reach out to those people. And, regularly I have people reach out to me that are in difficult situations. And on my Southeast Idaho Santa page, that's particular for this area, we have people reach out regularly, and I post their needs on there, and we have ways that you can help.
Great. Well, Santa, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to us today. Any special message you want to share with the people of Southeast Idaho or the kids?
So I've really been watching, and the children have been really good this year, and I'm really, really happy about that. And I encourage you, as this next year comes around, to keep looking for those ways to serve and those ways to spread happiness and be peacemakers and continue to have that Christmas spirit. I love you guys. Oh, there's my elves. I've got to go.
Okay.
It's good talking to you.
Thank you, Santa. Thank you for taking time.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.